Shalom and welcome to the Max Stern Athletic Center. We're here on Fabulous Friday. My name is Adir Pinchot alongside my brother, Rami Pinchot. We're here for a matchup between the number 9 seeded YULA Panthers and the number 1 seed, the favorites, Shalhevet Firehawks. Rami, what can you tell us about the Shalhevet Firehawks?
Yeah, the Shalhevet basketball program has had a remarkable turnaround in recent years, led by Coach Ryan Coleman. They've made 3 out of the 5 past Sarachek championship games, winning 2 of those championships. Today we're looking forward. Zach Muller, their star point guard, averaging about 17 points a game. He should be great.
Thank you, Rami. And quickly, what can you tell us about the YULA Panthers trying to upset Shalhevet today?
Yes, the reins have turned over to the Shalhevet Firehawks a little bit. YULA, winning 8 Sarachek championships, was historically the dominant basketball program on the West Coast. The Panthers have fallen off a little bit in recent years, but after taking Shalhevet to overtime in the regular season, they're looking for a strong performance here against Shalhevet. Wrap it up.
It would be quite an upset. We're going to be back with game action. The number 9 YULA Panthers, number 1 Shalhevet Firehawks, right after this. Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. We're here on Fabulous Friday of the Red Sarachek tournament, getting set for a matchup between the number 9 seed YULA Panthers and the number 1 seed Shalhevet Firehawks, a battle for West Coast Los Angeles supremacy.
That's right. As we mentioned in the pregame, these teams faced off once during the regular season. Shalhevet took that one in overtime in a real tight matchup.
My name is Adir Pinchot alongside Rami Pinchot, here to guide you through today's action. Shalhevet starts off looking fabulous in their new striped uniforms. The jump shot from the right side, no good. The rebound, though, back to Benizagi. And we've got an injury timeout on the floor. That's number 35, Joseph Sassoon.
Sassoon looks to be all right. Took a hard fall there.
And Sassoon will inbound. YULA with the ball in a full court pressure here.
Shalhevet opening up in a little bit of a press here, trying to speed up the game. And immediately a turnover by YULA.
Shalhevet bench fired up after that early turnover. Looks like both teams need to settle in. YULA had a big win over Hank, 55-49 in the first round yesterday. Shalhevet was blessed with a bye. This is their first action in the Sarachek tournament. And a hard drive by Zach Muller, leading scorer for Shalhevet, and he is fouled. So Shalhevet will pass it in from under the basket.
That's right, as you just mentioned, Adir, Zach Muller, leading scorer for the Shalhevet Firehawks. They're looking to get him going early, scoring about 17 points a game.
And a foul on the inbounds is called against the YULA Panthers, a hold. So Shalhevet will try it again.
YULA opening up in a man-to-man, as they almost always do.
Benny Zagi with his second offensive rebound here in the early going. Receives the ball back from Muller. Zagi back to Reamer. Zagi from the right side. A shot now from Reamer, knocks it down, and a foul is called.
Refs are going to discuss here. 20. Looks like,
I believe it was a push as the ball was in the air against Shalhevet, so YULA now will face the full court pressure.
Shalhevet doesn't really have a set tempo they like to run. Speaking to their assistant coach, they like to adjust based on the game, sometimes speed it up, sometimes slow it down. He said their strength is adjustments and taking what the other team gives them.
Joseph Sassoon called for the travel there, the power forward for YULA Panthers, coming in averaging 12.5 points per game and 9 rebounds per game, nearly a double-double. Gets called for the walk. And the handoff now to Reamer. Reamer spins to his left and wisely kicks it back out to Muller. Muller will stabilize and set up the offense.
Zev Reamer, just a sophomore, interestingly, plays big minutes, a big role here for the Firehawks.
Muller with an acrobatic shot in the lane, no good, but the rebound and putback cleaned up by Ben Mashiach.
Really nice job by Ben Mashiach there, sticking with it, grabbing his own offensive rebound and putting back up and in.
And again, the pressure from the Firehawks giving problems for the YULA Panthers. Ball out of bounds, Firehawks ball.
Shalhevet going to move the ball around here.
A shot from Muller straight away, no good. Rebound reeled in by Shalhevet. Now here's Dower at the top of the key. Shalhevet showing great patience here, setting up their offense. Facing the YULA man-to-man. There's a nice move in the lane and a tough finish by Zev Reamer. Okay, now YULA Panthers will set up their offense. They're down 7-0. They've got nothing going on offense thus far, have not even gotten the ball into the half-court set on most of their possessions.
Shalhevet plays really, really well together as a team. Excellent help defense on this man-to-man.
Shalhevet bench not happy with that call as Noah Pomerantz draws the foul.
Yeah, Coach Ryan Coleman a little bit upset there with the foul call. This is his third year as the Firehawks coach. An excellent track record so far with the team. They've seemingly been a favorite in every year in Sarachek since he has gotten there.
And a floater now in the lane by Sassoon is no good. Muller to push the pace. Here's Muller probing. Hands off to his teammate Jeremy Ashagayan. And an offensive foul is called. Illegal screen goes against Zev Reamer.
Shalhevet, you'll notice not many big guys, but they all chip in on their boards. They play really, really well together as a team. That really makes up for their lack of size inside.
And you see they've been in this 2-2-1 press the entire game thus far. And a beautiful bounce pass coming from Daniel Totayev.
A really nice job of breaking the press there. Generally, you want to pass through the press. Shalhevet let him straight up the sideline. A nice pass for a bucket.
So YULA finally on the board here. 4 minutes into the first quarter already. They're still down 5. 7-2 Shalhevet over the YULA Panthers here in the early going. And a travel is called against Zach Muller, trying to slice and dice through the Panther defense.
Yeah, Muller took one too many steps there. They have a quick whistle for the travels here on the high school level. A really nice Euro step there by Pomerantz puts it in.
Pomerantz using his length there to evade the Shalhevet defender and finishes. 7-4 now. YULA has cut this lead to a one-possession game.
Pomerantz the go-to guy for YULA. They really need him to get going here.
Muller launches a three, no good, but the offensive rebound corralled by Zev Reamer, and he is fouled. The foul is on the floor. So the Firehawks will inbound.
Yeah, Zev Reamer, just a freshman, playing up on this varsity level.
Back in the game now for the Firehawks, Ben Mashiach, the captain, described by his coach as the heart of the team. He subs in for Asher Dower.
Yeah, Ben Mashiach was described as the team MVP. He doesn't always show it on the scorer's table. Not really a big point scorer, but guards 1 through 5 on defense. Hustle plays, offensive rebounds, the kind of guy you love to coach.
And the Panthers looking to get inside. The floater from Reamer is no good. And the rebound brought in by Daniel Totayev.
Nice behind the back drill by Totayev there.
Sassoon now out to Noah Pomerantz, the point guard. He'll set up the Panther offense. 7-4 Shalhevet. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And a foul is called. Zach Muller, the team leader in steals, was trying to pick up another one.
YULA going to set up a play now from the sideline.
Totayev to inbound.
Totayev, a real smooth ball handler. Just a sophomore. Not the biggest guy on the court, but controls the ball well. Runs the offense nicely.
He's shown that today. Delivered a beautiful pass before. Now Totayev tries the long three. Off the back iron, no good. And over the back is called against number 44, Noam Meisels on the YULA Panthers.
Yeah, YULA yesterday, a big win over Hank. Actually an upset as YULA was ranked as the 9 seed, Hank the 8 seed. Noam Meisels came up really big in that game. Hit some threes, grabbed some big rebounds. Looks like he's in early foul trouble. Going to head to the bench here.
And Rami, talking about that win yesterday, the Panthers actually fell into an early lead in the first quarter and only made their run in the third. So we're seeing a similar trend, at least in the early going here, as YULA fell behind early. But they're keeping the game. 7-4, low-scoring affair so far, 2.5 minutes in the first quarter. Here's Reamer. Beautiful pump fake, raises up from the left block, but cannot get it to go. Reamer getting good looks at the basket. Has not gotten to fall, and now a foul called against the YULA Panthers.
These teams really familiar with each other, play each other every year. They are not in the same conference over on the West Coast, but they are definitely familiar with one another. Many of the players grew up together, very familiar with each other's games. They actually played once earlier in the year. Shalhevet took that one in overtime in a thriller.
So even though the discrepancy in the seedings here, YULA has to be confident that they can hang with this Shalhevet Firehawks team. And they get a block there as they stuff the Zev Reamer attempt.
Yeah, Reamer with a good look there inside after the pump fake. Just couldn't get it to go and then took too many steps inside.
And Totayev making people look silly, but gets caught with his foot out of bounds. Firehawk ball.
Totayev, a really good ball handler, sometimes gets himself in trouble, dribbling a little bit too much. Like to see him get rid of the ball a little quicker there.
Firehawks will inbound. Zach Muller hands it off to Zev Reamer. Reamer second on the team in assists per game. Here's Dower. Hand off to Reamer. Reamer drives, floater, no good, too short. Reamer has been relentless in his attack, but has not gotten his shots to fall here in the early going. Haddad kicks it out now to Pomerantz. Pomerantz driving with his left. And a tough call there as Reamer slid in and took the charge.
A really nice job there by Reamer on the help defense, sliding in and taking the charge on the a little bit out of control Pomerantz.
Yeah, the Panther faithful not happy with the refereeing. It was a close call there, but Reamer got the charge.
We saw there a little bit of that excellent help defense the Shalhevet coaches spoke about in the pregame.
Muller trying to make something happen in the corner. Kicks it across to Zagi. Zagi going strong up with the right hand and finishes at the rim.
Good ball movement leads to some openings. Zagi penetrates, takes advantage there.
9-4, Shalhevet on top. Just over 1 minute left in the first quarter. Here's Totayev firing from long distance. No good. And the rebound corralled by Reamer.
A good look there for the Panthers. You'd like to think those shots are going to fall as the game goes on.
Dower going right. Easily passing his defender, but some good help defense by Joseph Sassoon. Now Muller will try his hand. No good, front iron. Muller gets it back, goes up, and he is fouled by Joseph Sassoon. Zach Muller to the line to shoot two.
A really nice job to stay with it there by Zach Muller. Pulled down his own rebound, went back up, got fouled. He'll head to the free throw line.
And Shalhevet coach Ryan Coleman calling his team over. Rami, what do you think Coach Coleman is communicating to his team during this little team huddle?
I think he's telling them to settle down. They have a nice 5-point lead here. They're playing well. The coach actually mentioned in the pregame, these teams are so familiar with each other. He thought Shalhevet was executing early in their prior matchup this season. They got away from that a little bit. YULA came back, forced overtime. They are confident that if they can execute, do what they do best, that they can beat this YULA Panther team for the second time this season.
And after Zach Muller knocks down two from the stripe, the Shalhevet lead extended to 7. Biggest lead they've had since their initial 7-0 run, with 36 seconds left, looking to extend it here as they get a turnover.
A nice steal there by Zagi, jumping up and getting himself in the passing lane.
Muller taking his time, looking at the clock. 3-second discrepancy between the shot clock and the game clock.
Good pump.
A nice pump fake by Benny Zagi in the corner, got himself free. The floater was no good. A foul was called against YULA on the rebound, and now Noah Pomerantz loses his cool and picks up a technical.
Coach Eli Hammy cannot be pleased with Noah Pomerantz there, losing his cool towards the end of the first quarter, picking up a big technical foul.
And Pomerantz understandably frustrated. The Panthers have been utterly baffled in the face of the Shalhevet defense. Only 4 points, that's 2 baskets in the first quarter with 18 seconds left. And Muller on the foul stripe looking to extend the lead. He does. Makes his first. 12-4 Shalhevet.
Interestingly, a lot of history with players switching between Shalhevet and YULA in the past. Of course, the famous Ariel Sokol, sitting behind the scorer's table, actually switched from Shalhevet after winning a championship. Won a championship at YULA, switched back to Shalhevet, and won another championship there. I think the only player to win 3 straight Sarachek championships.
Yeah, Sokol had quite a remarkable run. I like how he's sitting right in the middle, trying to maintain neutrality. Sokol's brother actually was on the Shalhevet Firehawk team last year that went to the finals. They were led by Idan Sokol, as well as
Eitan Halpert.
And Muller gets his final free throw to go. 14-4, 10-point lead, double digits now. And because of the technical, Shalhevet will get the ball back.
Zev Reamer, younger brother of Asher Reamer. Only a freshman, Asher Reamer switched from YULA to Shalhevet. Maybe we'll see Zev Reamer in a YULA jersey in a few years.
You never know with these two teams. Here's Muller, beautifully splits the defense up near half court. Too strong. And the ball goes off of the foot of Nicky Schlangler. And we have the end of the first quarter. 14-4, Shalhevet Firehawks on top of YULA. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and be back with the second quarter of action.
In Michigan University, I've been lucky to be on both the volleyball and the basketball teams. Being on the team has a huge effect on my academic life. The same way that I know I can push myself in athletics, I know I can push myself in academics. Going to Shiurim at night instead of during the day, or going to them during the day when I've practiced at night, the Judaics is not compromised and the Jewish life is not compromised. We go to other schools and we're wearing our Yeshiva University Maccabees sweatshirt, and we're playing for Yeshiva University. It feels amazing to know that we're representing this school. I can thrive academically, I can thrive in my Judaic life, and I can also be on the teams, and I can also be involved in the athletic life. You can do it all here at Yeshiva University.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center here on Fabulous Friday, day 2 of the Red Sarachek tournament. We are in the midst of a battle for Los Angeles supremacy between the number 1 Shalhevet Firehawks and the number 9 YULA Panthers. My name is Adir Pinchot alongside my brother, Rami Pinchot. Rami, what did you see from Shalhevet in the first quarter? They're up 10, 14-4. What did you see that you liked from the Shalhevet Firehawks?
Shalhevet executing their game plan seemingly to perfection after taking that nice 10-point lead after the first quarter. Tough man-to-man defense. They showed a little bit of press, really controlling the pace here.
Yeah, the defense has been terrific from Shalhevet. They'll start the first quarter on offense, and an offensive foul is called, I believe, an illegal screen against the Shalhevet Firehawks. Sassoon will inbound. He passes it into Albert Fallis.
Word from John Greenberg on the Shalhevet sideline. Their coach Ryan Coleman pleading with them, do not let up. Keep your foot on the gas pedal here. Don't let this 10-point lead get in your head. We got to stick with it and not let this scrappy Panthers team come back.
Nice interior defense there by Benny Zaghi, and the ball ended up in the hands of Ben Mashiach. Many turnovers so far for YULA Panthers. Here's Mashiach from the left elbow, knocks it down. Ben Mashiach for 2.
A nice play there by Mashiach. We're seeing why he was described as the team MVP.
And the Firehawks fans are fired up. 12-point lead for Shalhevet at the beginning of the second quarter. YULA needs to stem the tide. Here's a turnaround jumper from Sassoon. Oh, silky smooth, Joseph Sassoon.
Really nice turnover, his left shoulder by Joseph Sassoon there. A big basket for the Panthers there.
Yeah, Sassoon calling for the ball on the left block, knew exactly what he wanted to do with it once he received it. Here's Zaghi in the corner. Nothing doing in the post, so they will kick it out.
Shalhevet in no rush, running their offense.
Number 32, Eitan Kent, has checked in the game for Shalhevet. And a foul is called as Benny Zaghi went hard to the basket. The foul goes against, I believe, Joseph Sassoon.
Yeah, this Shalhevet team so composed, controlling the pace so nicely, running their offense. They're in no hurry here at all.
And Sassoon visibly upset as he now has 3 fouls and will presumably head to the bench. Yeah, here goes Joseph Sassoon to the bench, replaced by number 32, Joseph Dahan. Second free throw on the way for Benny Zaghi, no good. And a rebound brought in by Noam Meisels.
Zaghi, known as the team's best on-ball defender, not generally known for his scoring.
YULA looking to get something going. They're down 10, 16-6 against the number 1 seeded Shalhevet Firehawks. Shalhevet with the smothering defense. Drive to the right side by Schlanger. He goes up strong, gets fouled, almost got the and one to go, but instead he'll go to the stripe for 2 more.
A nice job of being aggressive there by Schlanger.
Schlanger knocks in the first, cool, calm, and collected. A substitution for the Firehawks as Zach Muller comes back into the game, and he got an arrest thanks to Jeremy Ashagayan. Second free throw, no good, 16-7. You're looking to cut into the lead, keep things close before halftime. Foul called, Muller was going right. It appeared that Albert Fallis stayed in front of him, but there was some contact, and Fallis gets called for the blocking foul, and now we have a technical. A technical foul called against Ben Mashiach of the Firehawks. Not sure what that was about, as they had just gotten the previous call in their favor.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Generally, you'll see a technical foul after a foul was called on that team or that player. There, Ben Mashiach weirdly picked up a technical foul after a foul was called on the YULA player. Wait a minute. Seemingly the technical foul was actually on YULA.
Yeah, the Firehawks look pretty upset after that play, although it...
We're looking for an explanation here. It may be 2 shots for Shalhevet, and then the technical will be shot on the other side for YULA. And looks like that's what will happen.
That appears to be the case. I think Shalhevet, being in the bonus, got shots even for that blocking call, and now YULA will get their hand at some free throws after the technical on Ben Mashiach.
A big thanks to the Sage League, Jack Gantrow, sitting directly to my left, for explaining that situation to us.
Now Albert Fallis will go to the foul line. YULA's leading scorer coming in the tournament with 13.5 points per game. He had 10 in yesterday's win against Hank. YULA has struggled offensively here against the Firehawk press, and they're stifling man-to-man.
Just getting word from the sideline from John Greenberg on the Shalhevet bench. Ben Mashiach clapped in a YULA player's face after that foul call, and that was the reason for the technical.
First free throw is good by Albert Fallis. Shalhevet playing in their first game of this tournament. Emotions obviously high. They're the number 1 seed. A lot of pressure, a lot of high expectations for this team. They made it to the championship last year, but fell just short. So they're not looking just to be successful here. They're looking to come home with a first place finish. May have gotten to Ben Mashiach there. YULA with the ball.
Shalhevet coach still unhappy, still shaking his head after that technical. Ben Mashiach immediately exits the game.
And a foul is called. Blocking foul, as Schlanger was probing, trying to find his way into the lane.
Schlanger being very aggressive here. Finds his way back at the foul line.
YULA with the 1-and-1. Schlanger knocks down the first, and he will get a second opportunity. Silence in the gym.
The crowd has settled down a little bit throughout the day, as it seems fans have headed for the exits a little bit, getting ready for Shabbos perhaps.
Yes, a short day today, but much action still to be played. Shalhevet now holding on to a 6-point lead as YULA has cut into it with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half.
Shalhevet again moving the ball, being very patient here.
Ball to Reamer at the top, to Zagi. Now Reamer going right to Zagi. Zagi with a 3 from the right side. In and out. Skying for the rebound is Dower. Now to Muller. Muller driving baseline, going up. Can't get it to go on the double pump. But another offensive rebound for the Firehawks. Here's Reamer now. Jump stop. Floater no good. And finally, YULA finishes the possession and corrals the rebound.
Dower all over the offensive glass there, pulling down 2 big offensive rebounds, but the Firehawks cannot capitalize.
Kotayev sends it into his big man, Joseph Dahan, but he is rejected. Here's Muller now. Spin move. Little out of control there, couldn't get it to fall. And he goes careening into the wall. Everything seems to be okay. Here's YULA now. Pace of this game picking up, Rami.
Yeah, that's right. Shalhevet likes to adjust based on how the game's going. Looks like they tried to slow it down a little bit, but off steals, they will run.
Totayev's pass is deflected by Zach Muller and then careens off the backboard, landing in the hands of Zev Reamer of the Shalhevet Firehawks.
We're really seeing some of that tough man-to-man from Shalhevet and YULA. Points have been hard to come by so far in this one.
Muller from the right side. 3-point attempt is short. And a timeout called by the YULA Panthers. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half of this fabulous Friday quarterfinal matchup between the Shalhevet Firehawks and the YULA Panthers. Rami, a 6-point lead for Shalhevet. YULA got off to a very slow start. They were down 7-0 in the early going. They're hanging close here. What have you seen from the YULA Panthers, and what do you want to see from the YULA Panthers in order to get back in this game and even the score?
Yeah, YULA just hanging in there. Seems like Shalhevet's dictating the pace a little bit more than they are, but playing tough man-to-man defense. You don't like to see them giving up too many offensive rebounds. You'd think Shalhevet will start to capitalize a little bit more on those chances. But YULA, sticking around, only down 6 here, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. I would like to see Noah Pomerantz maybe get going a little bit, along with Noah Meisels, who had a big game yesterday, as we mentioned, against Hank. You know, their main two guys really have not gotten going yet here, but could be to end this second quarter. They make a little run on those guys' shoulders.
You're absolutely right, and credit to the Firehawk defense. It has been stifling. High percentage of YULA's possessions have ended in turnovers. And an offensive foul, illegal screen called against number 11, Luria Haddad.
Yeah, Haddad trying to get Noam Meisels open there off the screen. Moved a little bit. The ref saw it, blew his whistle.
Zev Reamer brings it up for the Firehawks. Not much scoring from the Firehawks here in the last couple minutes.
Firehawks going 5 out here on offense. No big men inside.
We've seen a lot of shots coming from Reamer and Muller. A lot of good looks at the rim. They just have not fallen yet.
YULA in that timeout, pleading with their players to go inside out. They want to get the ball inside and then be able to kick it out for some open threes.
And some beautiful offensive action there by Shalhevet. Zev Reamer starting from under the basket, flashed to the center, caught the ball at the free throw line, turned, and then hit his teammate driving on the left baseline.
The injured player is Daniel Totayev. Looks like he hit the floor a little bit hard, banged his elbow there. Training staff is attending to him.
So 17-11 still, Shalhevet on top of YULA. Shalhevet defense has been stifling, but YULA is hanging around. Ram, you mentioned a moment ago, YULA has not been able to get their leading scorers, Noah Pomerantz and Albert Fallis, going. And the YULA crowd is excited as Daniel Totayev rejoins the huddle.
YULA always bringing a nice crowd to Sarachek. It doesn't matter that Shabbos is coming. They show up for this battle of West Coast teams in the Sarachek tournament.
And just a beautiful moment of sportsmanship there as Daniel Totayev came back into the game shaking off the bumps and bruises that he sustained. We saw number 20 of Shalhevet, Asher Dower, come over and give him a little support. Always nice to see when these players interact and show each other some support on the court.
As we mentioned, many of these players from the same communities. Could have been they went to the same elementary schools. Very, very familiar with each other. Nice to see some sportsmanship on the court.
And Rami, you also mentioned that they did play earlier in the year, and Shalhevet eked out a slim victory in an overtime thriller. So despite being a lower seed, YULA knows that they can play with the Firehawks. And they're looking to get back in this game. They will have a chance to cut the lead now as they inbound into their own basket.
Joseph Dahan with a nice hustle play there on the rebound.
Shalhevet picking up the pressure with their 2-2-1 press. New into the game, Ellie Isaacs, number 3. Schlanger with a 3 from the left side, no good. Skying for the rebound is Dower.
A nice rebound, grabbing the ball at its apex there by Dower.
Dower, beautiful drive. Now a kick out to Muller. Muller can't get the 3 to go. And a loose ball foul is called against number 44, Joseph Zaki.
Both teams in a little bit of a drought here. It's been 17-11 for about 2 minutes. Zach Muller there with a nice open look, but just could not get it to go.
Yeah, both teams getting fairly good looks at the basket. Shots just have not been falling. It'll be interesting to see if after the halftime that starts to change and we start to see some higher scoring action. At the foul line now for YULA, Joseph Dahan.
And looks like a lane violation there. It'll be Shalhevet ball.
17-11, Shalhevet up with 3 minutes left in the first half. Reamer calls out the offense. He'll start from the left side. Gets the screen. And an official timeout is called as Schlanger goes to the ground. Looks like he rolled his ankle just a bit. He was trying to defend Zev Reamer. So the ball will stay with Shalhevet, but the officials will give Schlanger a chance to get to the bench and get checked out.
Schlanger rolled up on his ankle a little bit. He limps off to the bench. Should be okay, though.
And, Rami, one thing you got to love about the Shalhevet team, and YULA also has this to an extent, is the versatility. They don't have anyone who's extremely tall. They don't have too many big bodies, but everyone they have on the court, all 5 players, can pass, can dribble, and therefore anyone who brings in a rebound can then lead the break. So you see multiple people bringing the ball up and initiating the offense.
Yeah, a little bit more of a modern style of basketball. Perhaps that's more common in California. Less big men, a lot of forward types who can guard 1 through 5, switch on defense, shoot threes.
And speaking of shooting threes, the first three-pointer of today, Joseph Zagi knocking it down from the left corner. 20-11, 9-point lead for the Firehawks. And a travel is called. Totayev trying to force the issue.
Yeah, YULA could be getting a little bit frustrated here. Just 11 points late in the second quarter. Totayev tried to force that one to his left hand.
YULA working really hard on offense, but not getting the space that they need. Here's Dower for the Firehawks. And the travel call against Joseph Zagi.
Really interesting how many travels are called in high school basketball as opposed to the NBA and the college level.
Yeah, the officials are definitely paying close attention to the feet. And Rami, you'll see a lot of travel calls specifically on that type of a play. Player catches the ball, and before they put the ball down to drive, they'll shuffle their feet a little bit. The officials are extremely sensitive to that play.
Yes, very mock bid on that one.
Absolutely. So 20-11 here. Shalhevet on top of YULA. 2 minutes left in the first half. This is Shalhevet's first game as the number 1 seed. They had a bye yesterday, the first day of the Sarachek tournament. So this is their first game. You're seeing a little, perhaps some nerves coming out as they haven't been converting their usual shots from the field. And on the other side, YULA coming off of an upset of Hank yesterday. Also has struggled here to get going. You're seeing perhaps a little bit some tired legs. So they're going to look to get going, and they're specifically going to look to get their point guard, Noah Pomerantz, on the scorer sheet.
Yeah, not the pace some might have expected from such athletic teams from out on the West Coast. A little bit slow here, just 20-11.
And Rami, we've seen Pomerantz on the bench for quite some time, but YULA's still able to tread water. The shot from the baseline is no good. Noah Meisels couldn't get it to go, and the ball is out of bounds off of Joseph Dahan. Nice ball movement there by Shalhevet. Muller finds himself open. Can't get the three to go, but another offensive rebound for the Firehawks. Here's Muller driving in the lane, straight through the defense. Cannot convert up at the rim. And a jump ball is called as the two teams wrestled for the rebound. Ball goes to YULA.
Yeah, it looks like YULA has switched to a 2-3 zone now. A little bit uncharacteristic of past Panthers teams. Generally known as a strictly half-court man-to-man team. But their coach trying to mix it up a little bit. Give Shalhevet some different looks.
Joseph Zagi got called for the blocking foul there. We saw Daniel Totayev breaking the pressure. And Zagi tried to get in front of him, but didn't slide his feet quite quick enough to get in front.
Just another interesting piece to this rivalry. Former Shalhevet coach Colin Jamerson is now on the YULA side as the YULA assistant coach. He won a Sarachek championship as the Shalhevet head coach in 2013.
The rivalry only deepens. 1.5 minutes left in the first half. YULA down 8 to the number 1 seed Shalhevet Firehawks, looking to cut the lead here before the end of the first half, try to build on some momentum. Here's Dower for the Firehawks. Looking for the leading scorer, Muller, but Muller gets called for a travel on the pump fake.
Yeah, again, Muller caught the ball, got a little too excited, shuffled his feet there in the corner. Refs will blow that whistle every time here.
So here's YULA with an opportunity. Shalhevet falling back out of their full court pressure. They'll pick up in a half-court man-to-man defense. Totayev probing. Out to Joseph Zagi. Now the three-pointer, nothing but the bottom of the net.
A big shot. Totayev finally finds the range from deep. A big three to get YULA right back in this one.
I think that was actually Luria Haddad who drained that one. So we got a 2-possession game, 5 points, as Muller finally finds the range, falling away from the left side, banks it home.
Yeah, Muller right back there with a big bucket. Give Shalhevet back some momentum.
Now YULA looking to cut the lead. Totayev looking, Isaacs going baseline, kicks it out, three-pointer, no good. Meisels couldn't get it to go, and the ball will go to Shalhevet. 13 seconds left.
After a hot shooting performance yesterday by Meisels, he cannot get going so far in the first half. Interestingly, we have not seen Noah Pomerantz since early in the first quarter. Generally known as their go-to guy, best player, he has been riding the bench so far in this one.
Reamer from the corner knocks it in. That's a dagger. Shalhevet building the lead to 10, 25-15. Shalhevet Firehawks on top of the YULA Panthers here at the end of the first half. We're going to send it now down to John, who is with the Shalhevet coach, Ryan Coleman.
I'm here with Coach Coleman, number 1 seed of Shalhevet Firehawks coach. After the first half that has you up 10, what are you looking to improve on in the first half?
We played horrible. We lost our composure. A lot of things that we talked about before the game, we just didn't execute. I'm a little bit disappointed in our team right now. We didn't travel 3,000 miles to embarrass ourselves.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Back to you, Rami and Adir.
Okay, thank you, John, for that update. 25-15, Shalhevet Firehawks on top of the YULA Panthers. We will be back in a few minutes with second half action here on Fabulous Friday, the Reg Sarachek tournament. But first, we're sending you off to the Step It Up halftime show.
Welcome to Step It Up.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center on the Wilf campus of Yeshiva University. We're here on Fabulous Friday for this quarterfinal matchup between the Shalhevet Firehawks and the YULA Panthers. This halftime show is sponsored by the Step It Up Basketball Summer Academy. Rami, what can you tell us about Step It Up?
Yeah, Step It Up, known as the premier Jewish basketball camp experience. The camp is now located in New Jersey. It's a beautiful new campus, double the amount of indoor courts, just a half hour away from all New York, New Jersey markets. They now have 2 to 8 week options available, as well as an Israel program. There are over 50 players currently competing at the Sarachek tournament who are former campers or current campers or returning campers. 50 of approximately 200 players in the Sarachek tournament. There are 6 YU players, current YU players, who are now coaches at the Step It Up camp. To learn more, you can call 888-600-0908 or visit timetostepitup.com. Many of the best players in the Sarachek tournament are Step It Up campers, including Ida Crown's Ryan Boker, SAR's Judah Oppenheimer, TABC's Avi Proctor, and in this game, YULA's Noam Meisels.
Thank you very much, Rami, for that Step It Up update. We're going to send you to commercial, and we'll be back with some more coverage of the Shalhevet Firehawks versus the YULA Panthers.
Hi, I'm Aryeh Rubin. I'm from Chicago, and I'm majoring in finance. Over the past 2 years, I've had the opportunity to play on the men's NCAA volleyball team. This has given me the opportunity to pursue my love of sports without having to sacrifice my other passions and values. There's something special about not only representing YU, but also representing the entire Jewish community every time we take the court. Being on the volleyball team has allowed me to excel both in leadership and teamwork, which are both skills I hope to incorporate as I enter into the business world. Also, Mom and Dad, if you're watching, it'd be nice if you came to one of my games.
Yeah. Okay.
My name is Jasmine Naeem. I'm a mathematics major and a biology minor, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm studying math, and right now I'm considering becoming an actuary, but with the math field, more of the learning is really just pushing yourself and using the skills that you learn to tackle any subject, no matter what it is. This past summer, I participated in a research program in Israel called the Bar Ilan Summer Research Program. It's coordinated through YU, and I spent my summer doing computational biology research. After my year in Israel, I was choosing between a few different universities, and I knew that I wanted to be surrounded by a community and by peers that would inspire and motivate me outside of the classroom as well as inside the classroom. So I chose Stern, and I'm really happy with that decision.
I'm Joey Sanders from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm majoring in economics and I'm pre-med. I'm a third-generation YU student, which made joining this community very special for me. At YU, you not only feel like part of a community, but you can be an active member of the community as well. Whether through my involvement in B'nai Akiva and Yanman, two passions that I started exploring in high school, or recently being invited to join the Maccabees, I've been able to take advantage of all that YU has to offer. My family's history at YU makes me proud of my past, but the community I built here makes me excited about my future.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to Friday at the Red Sarachek Tournament. 25-15, number 1 seed Shalhevet Firehawks on top of the number 9 seed YULA Panthers. My name is Adir Pinshat, alongside my brother Rami Pinshat. As we get set for this second half of action, I want to extend a thank you to my sister Ariane Pinshat and brother-in-law Eli Weinstein for watching my child, allowing me to be here today to guide you through today's action. Again, 25-15, 10-point lead for Shalhevet as YULA starts with the ball to start the second half.
Shalhevet back in there man-to-man. Stifling man-to-man, I might add.
Noah Pomerantz, leading scorer for YULA, back in the game after sitting much of the second quarter. Spin move from Sassoon, kicks it back out. Here's Pomerantz at the top. Pomerantz with some snazzy dribbling, but poked away by Joseph Dower.
Dower with a nice poke there. Kept his feet moving, used his hands, poked the ball away from Pomerantz.
That is Asher Dower with the steal. Shalhevet now with the ball, looking to extend their double-digit lead. Reamer at the top.
YULA unusually going zone here. They're almost always a man-to-man team.
Totayev looking to get to the bucket, but rejected without mercy by number 23, Benny Zaghi. Here's Pomerantz, hard to the hoop, gets it to go. Pomerantz on the board.
A nice take by Pomerantz, who sat for much of the first half. YULA has got to look to get their number one scorer going here early in the second half.
8-point lead now for the Firehawks. Dower at the top. YULA in their zone defense.
YULA look like they're trying to slow down Shalhevet a little bit with this zone.
Three-pointer from Muller, no good. Leading scorer for Shalhevet has been getting shots off, but has not been getting his shots to fall. Here's Meisels on the high post. Sends it into Albert Fallis, posting up Reamer, and the foul's called against Zev Reamer.
A little ISO post up there for Fallis. Sassoon with a nice entry pass. Fallis is fouled inside.
Totayev to inbound, deflected, but finds the hands of Pomerantz. Pomerantz now in the corner thinking about a three. He drives. Gets a good look at the basket, but he is fouled by Ben Mashiach.
YULA aggressive here early, going to the basket, getting fouled, getting some easy shots at the free throw line.
Less than 2 minutes into the second half. The third quarter, Rami, as we mentioned, YULA Panthers coming off of a victory against the Hank Hurricanes yesterday. In yesterday's game, the trends looking very similar to today. They got off to a slow start, got into an early hole, but then they had a big third quarter that put them in the game and put them in a position to win. So we'll have to keep an eye here. YULA already off to a good start, looking to be the aggressors here in the third quarter.
That's right, Adir. A good start for YULA here early in the third quarter. Cut the lead to 6 points now.
Smallest lead for Shalhevet in quite some time. They will start with the ball after the free throws. Reamer. And offensive foul, another foul called against Ben Mashiach. He was trying to screen for Zaghi, who was running the baseline, but appears not to have set his body in position.
Mashiach with a rough start here after picking up a careless technical foul in the first half. Now picks up another personal foul. He will head to the bench.
And our sideline reporter, Avi Schechter, on the sideline for YULA, telling us that Coach Halmy telling his team they do not need three-pointers. Another attempt there is off the mark for Daniel Totayev.
Yes, sophomore Daniel Totayev has not been able to get his three-point shot going so far here in this game.
Reamer with a nice-looking hook shot from the right side. Didn't get it to go, but then very crafty in stealing the ball back. And a beautiful up and under with the left hand. Zev Reamer showing the skills.
A slow move to the hoop there by Zev Reamer, but finishes with the left.
And now the pressure defense for Shalhevet pays dividends. That is number 14, Jeremy Ashagayan, with the steal and the layup. Lead is back to 10 for the Firehawks.
The Firehawks now in a half-court trapping defense. A little bit of a different look, and the YULA Panthers having trouble with it.
YULA totally baffled by this half-court trap. And an over and back is called. That was number 45, Albert Fallis, trapped in the near sideline. Fell back over the half-court line, and that is a violation.
A really nice adjustment by Ryan Coleman, coach of the Shalhevet Firehawks, to throw a little bit of a different look here at them in this half-court trapping defense.
Dower can't get it to go. Totayev with the outlet. And some beautiful defense by Ben Mashiach. Albert Fallis readying himself for a Euro step. Muller set himself, took the contact, draw the offensive foul.
Yes, Fallis attempting a little bit of a Euro step to his left there. Muller saw it coming, set his feet. A really nice job of taking the charge there.
Now Shalhevet working the ball around the arc. Pass to Reamer in the right corner. Reamer's three off the mark. Shalhevet bench got out of their seats excited for that one, but they were disappointed.
A good look for Zev Reamer there, just off the front iron.
Pomerantz winding through the lane, but can't get the layup to go off the front iron.
Firehawks going to slow it down here now.
Dower to Zagi, now to Muller in the corner. Muller tries the three, no good. Totayev with the rebound, looking to push. And a foul is called. Totayev found some trouble near half court, but the foul is called against the Firehawks.
Shalhevet getting some good looks on offense here. A lot of shots hitting the front rim. Could be tired legs after a long plane ride over here to the East Coast.
And Schlanger has checked back into the game for the YULA Panthers. He receives the ball at the top of the key. Schlanger to Sassoon. Sassoon can't find any room against Zagi. Sassoon with the turnaround jump shot. Beautiful, whining and dining in the lane. Joseph Sassoon is pumped up.
A nice one-on-one move there by Joseph Sassoon. Jump stopped in the middle of the lane, turned back to his right hand, put up a little floater over the defense and in.
Sassoon flashing some of his offensive skills. YULA would be wise to go back to him. And a turnover by the Firehawks. Pomerantz looking to push. Ball knocked away. Players collide, out of bounds. It'll stay with the YULA Panthers.
Great hustle by both teams there. 4 players, 2 from each side, hitting the deck.
And looks like the YULA players collided a little bit. Little shaken up, but they're walking it off. These players are tough, and they know what this game means to their teams and to their cities.
Good action so far here in the third quarter. The pace picking up a little bit. Shalhevet extended that half-court trap, which sped up YULA for a minute there. Now they fall back into their base man-to-man defense.
YULA has looked sharper here in the second half, but Shalhevet has responded. The lead still 8. Turnaround jumper for Sassoon. No good. That would have been quite the shot, but it's short.
Sassoon feeling confident after his last nice move. Went for the turnaround jump shot there, but could not get that one to go.
And a technical foul, another one against YULA. Muller was looking to push the pace. Pomerantz initiated some contact, tried to draw the offensive foul, was clearly not set. Blocking foul was called, and then his big man, Joseph Sassoon, called for the technical after slamming his hand against the wall.
Yeah, the refs with a quick whistle here. They're not taking much from these players. They do not want them giving them a hard time after foul calls.
So a costly technical there for the YULA Panthers. Zach Muller at the foul line. Knocks in the first. 30-21, 3 minutes left in the third quarter of this quarterfinal action between the YULA Panthers and the Shalhevet Firehawks. Rami, what have you seen from YULA that's looked better in this second half in terms of their pressure and their aggression?
YULA much more aggressive going to the hoop. They've gotten Sassoon involved, Pomerantz involved. The guys they want to see scoring baskets. We've seen some good shot making from them, but overall just more composed. They settled in a little bit here in the third quarter.
And the anger after that foul call was particularly felt because Noah Pomerantz now has picked up his 4th foul. So the leading scorer for the YULA Panthers, having had foul trouble in the first half, will now return to the bench with his team down 10.
Yeah, not a good technical foul there by Sassoon. YULA seemingly had a little bit of momentum. Now back down 10 with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And we've seen some different looks from the Shalhevet Firehawk defense. They started off with the 2-2-1 full court press and a stifling man-to-man. And then we saw a brilliant move by Coach Coleman just a few minutes ago. YULA came out a little more aggressive in the second half, but they switched to that half-court trap. Rami, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Coach Coleman loves to mix it up, throw different looks at the other team. Their assistant coach described him as having a play for everything in a pregame meeting. He loves to throw little wrinkles at you. We saw a little bit of a half-court trap. We saw a full-court press early on. I wouldn't be surprised to see him change up his defense a little bit more here in the third quarter to throw the Panthers off.
Reamer and Muller bringing up the ball for the Firehawks. Oh, and the alley-oop. What a beautiful play. You just spoke about it, Rami. Clearly drawn up by Coach Coleman and beautifully executed by the Shalhevet Firehawks.
An excellent drawn-up play out of the timeout by Coach Coleman. The backdoor alley-oop to Muller, executed perfectly by the Firehawks.
And the Panthers a little rattled after nearly getting dunked on. Ball out of bounds. And it will be back to Shalhevet. Shalhevet now with a 12-point lead their largest of the game, looking to extend.
YULA now extending what looks like a 3-2 zone defense a little bit. Maybe try to speed the Firehawks up.
Ashagayan to Zagi. Zagi finding Muller in the lane. Muller with an and one. What a beautiful, beautiful finish. And Muller has taken over a little bit here in the last 2 minutes.
Zach Muller, the leading scorer for this Shalhevet team, could not get going in the first half and most of the third quarter. Seemingly after he hit those 2 technical free throws, he has gotten going a little bit here. A nice backdoor alley-oop on the last play. Now hitting a nice bank jump shot from the foul line and one.
And Coach Coleman was just communicating some sort of change in strategy to his players. We'll see what they do here. Zach Muller, we know Fridays have been his day in this Red Sarachek tournament. As a sophomore last year, scored 22 points in a Friday matchup. Unheard of. Came in and made a name for himself, struggled a little bit the rest of the way, but he has shown himself to be a more consistent player over this entire season for the Firehawks.
Yeah, he's a gamer. Came in last year as just a sophomore, put together a nice Sarachek tournament, as you mentioned, a big Friday last year. He's finally got himself going here in the third quarter.
The lead is 14. YULA looking to get back on the board. Sassoon called for a travel, caught the pass, looked like he may have gotten his foot tangled up. Unclear whether there was contact. The ref saw it as a travel.
He's a little bit frustrated, tumbled to the floor there, thought he might have gotten tripped up, as you mentioned, but the ref did not see contact. Travel is called. Nice sportsmanship by Zach Muller to help him up.
And we see YULA is trying to get the ball to Sassoon. He's been their consistent scorer today. They're trying to get him the ball in the painted area, but Shalhevet's defense has been too tight. Ashagayan from the foul line, no good, too strong. Rebound corralled by Albert Fallis.
A little bit of force there by Dower from the high post. Like to see them move the ball a little bit, go inside out.
Fallis taking on the Shalhevet defense by himself in an isolation play. Got to the hoop and got the foul call. So the ball will stay with the Panthers. They will pass it in from under the Firehawk basket. We saw Shalhevet for that inbound play switching to a 2-3 and then switching right back into their man-to-man. Here's Fallis from the corner for 3, knocks it in, and some life there from the fans of the YULA Panthers.
A big shot there by Fallis. This game looked to be getting out of hand a little bit. Cuts the Firehawks lead to just 12 with a minute to go here in the third quarter.
36-24, Shalhevet on top. YULA needs to get a stop and another basket here, trying to turn the momentum in their favor before the fourth quarter. And an offensive foul is called as Muller put his shoulder down and ran it into Albert Fallis. Big offensive charge from Fallis.
Really good defense there by Fallis after hitting a 3 on one end. Moves his feet really nicely, gets in front of a driving Zach Muller, draws the offensive foul.
So YULA got what they needed. They got the stop they needed. Now looking to convert on the offensive end. Here's Sassoon out to Fallis. Fallis fakes left, drives right, and a foul is called on Asher Dower.
Another nice play by Fallis, driving to the hoop, getting to the free throw line. He'll have 2 easy ones from the stripe.
And the Shalhevet defense generally very disciplined. Players in the lane generally keeping their hands straight up, not moving their bodies in order to avoid a foul. It looked like that was Dower's intention, but he got there late and gets called for the foul. So some big plays here from Fallis here in the last minute. He's put his team on his back, trying to swing the momentum before the fourth quarter.
That's right. You're seeing YULA take advantage a little bit of Ben Mashiach's foul trouble. He is the presence in the middle for the Shalhevet Firehawks. He went to the bench early in the third quarter after picking up a foul.
Fallis can't get the second to go. Rebound brought in by Muller, who kicks it to the point guard, Zev Reamer. 20 seconds left now in the third quarter of action. 11-point lead.
Shalhevet just going to hold the ball here for one shot.
Shot clock is not a factor. 10 seconds now. Muller waiting, ball on his hip. Here's a pick now from Dower. Muller out to Ashagayan. Ashagayan can't get the leaning jumper to go. And with that, we have the end of the third quarter. 36-25, Shalhevet with an 11-point lead over YULA. 8 minutes to go, but first, a commercial break.
My name is Malsha Schaller. I am studying English literature and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I decided to come to YU because I wanted to find a place that catered to both sides of me, both the side of me that is religious and the side of me that wants a secular education. I wanted to study English literature partly because I just love reading and writing, but I also felt that it's really a major that teaches you how to think. And I feel that it's also a major that shows you how to be a more empathetic person. I knew that I wanted to do a lot of writing and artistic things outside of the classroom as much as I could, so I got involved in the Observer, and last year I was its editor-in-chief, which was a really great experience. And this year I'm one of the editors-in-chief of the Journal of Fine Arts. I'm in the middle of applying for MFA programs right now for a degree in creative writing, and looking back on all the classes that I've taken in the Lit department, I can see how much
that was the alley-oop called it.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
I'm Kinara Braun from Chicago, and I'm in the pre-nursing track. I decided to come to YU because I wanted an environment where I could stand out and live lifelong. During my time at YU, I was president of the nursing club, a TA for anatomy and physiology, and played midfield on the YU Max soccer team. Being in a school built on Torah values,
pretty slow game, honestly.
My passions without ever having to sacrifice my religious ideals.
I'm Joey Sanders from Cleveland, Ohio.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. 36-25, the Shalhevet Firehawks, the #1 ranked seed coming to the Sarachek tournament, in control here against the YULA Panthers. I want to give a shout out to Stan Watson, the lord of the gym here in Yeshiva University, always making sure things are running smoothly, both during Sarachek and throughout the year. And a foul is called. The YULA Panthers visibly frustrated. Zach Muller, lunging to receive a pass, was undercut by Noah Meisels.
Yeah, Muller flew through the air there to intercept that pass. The ref thought the YULA player slid under him a little bit. YULA fans not happy.
And John on the Shalhevet sideline telling us that Shalhevet is Coach Ryan Coleman telling his players it's all about locking down on defense. They're going to try to hold YULA to less than 10 points this quarter. They pride themselves on their defensive prowess, and they're looking to shut out the YULA Panthers here in the fourth. Big three-pointer from Zach Muller, unconscious here in the last few minutes.
Zach Muller has turned this game around with some hot shooting, a couple free throws, getting to the basket. He's flying all over the court. A big reason for why the Shalhevet Firehawks team has built up a 14-point lead.
Yeah, you've seen Muller, the big guns for Shalhevet coming through in the clutch. Muller, after that alley-oop pass to him earlier, where he laid the ball in at the rim, has gotten the energy going, and has converted on a number of baskets here, including that big three-pointer. Rami, if you're the YULA Panthers here in that huddle, if you're Coach Hami, who are you looking to? Who are you looking to step up and try to get your team back in the game?
Yeah, well, it was Fallis late in the third quarter who gave them a little bit of a spark with a couple baskets. Sassoon had some nice buckets. But surprisingly, Pomerantz and Meisels have not shown up to play here in this matchup. Generally seen as two of their best players on the YULA side, they have not had their best games, and it is hurting the YULA Panthers.
Yeah, YULA has been in foul trouble. Both of those players you mentioned, Pomerantz and Meisels, I believe both have 4 fouls at this point. That's 1 foul away from fouling out of the game. Jumper from Fallis is good. Fallis is feeling it. Knocks down another 2.
A nice composed pull-up jumper there by Fallis. YULA now looking to extend their half-court defense. A little 1-2-2, 3-2 action here.
Shalhevet patiently swinging it around. Here's Muller again, front iron. Shalhevet bench was up and ready for that shot to fall, but it did not. And the rebound is to Ashagayan, and a foul called against the YULA Panthers.
Yeah, offensive rebounds have plagued the YULA Panthers all game so far here. Just giving up way too many second chances to Shalhevet.
Yeah, an unprecedented number of offensive rebounds has really given Shalhevet the edge here. Reamer now in the high post, playing a little inside-out action. And the ball's out of bounds to stay with Shalhevet.
Could be YULA's used to playing their man-to-man defense, switching up to the zone generally tougher to box out and get rebounds when playing a zone.
Ben Mashiach ripping down some rebounds, but after that last rebound, fell to the ground without dribbling. Travel call.
Yeah, Ben Mashiach back into the game, was in some foul trouble in the third quarter, sat out for almost the entire quarter. He is back here on the floor for the fourth.
Pomerantz now to Fallis. Fallis has had the hot hand. He's looking to take his defender off the dribble, and a hand check is called against Zev Reamer.
Reamer sliding his feet nicely, a little too much hands though on Fallis. The ref saw it, called it, and YULA will head to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, it looked to me like Fallis actually had his hands on Reamer. Reamer couldn't understand why the foul was called. He'll head to the bench with 4 fouls. So that's a blow for Shalhevet there. Reamer heavily relied upon for his ball handling abilities. And an and one for the YULA Panthers. Offensive rebound brought in, and then the and one finished at the rim by Noah Meisels.
Finally, Noah Meisels shows up with a big and one over Ben Mashiach. A big offensive rebound by Sassoon over to Meisels. Capitalizes on that second chance.
And Rami, we're sensing some life here from the YULA faithful. Coach Ryan Coleman, on the other hand, not happy on the Firehawk bench. We've got an and one free throw coming up for Noah Meisels. The lead now cut to 10. So YULA hanging around as they have, but they only have 6 minutes left to get it done if they're going to come back and win this thing.
And maybe most significant about that play, Ben Mashiach picks up another foul. He will head back to the bench where he has been for most of this ball game with 6 minutes to play here.
So Ben Mashiach fouled out now of this game. I believe that Ben Mashiach has fouled out, and Reamer down the bench with 4. So 2 key starters on the bench now for Shalhevet, and the ball in the hands of Muller, who will have to pick up the slack. Zaghi back to Muller. YULA extending their 3-2. Trying not to let the guards of Shalhevet penetrate. Inside out action to Zaghi. Zaghi knocks it down. What a dagger in the heart of the YULA Panthers.
Really nice job. Enter the ball into the high post against the zone. Kick it to the weak side wing. A wide open 3 for Zaghi, and he knocks it down.
Pomerantz looking to respond. Gets the shot to fall, but I believe the foul was before the shot was put up. Yes, the foul was on the ground, but being in the bonus, Noah Pomerantz will go to the line for free throws.
Pomerantz, a little bit of a slow game here by his standards. Maybe a chance to get himself going with some easy shots from the foul line.
Looking to get the lead back to 10 with this free throw. Coach Hami calling over his 4 players as Pomerantz converts the second. You see YULA pushing the pressure up a bit in a full court zone defense.
Yeah, looks like a 2-2-1 press from the Panthers, easily broken by Shalhevet for an easy layup.
Beautifully done. You see Zaghi finding himself wide open. Rami, it could be that Shalhevet, having played that zone a lot, maybe have practiced beating it as well. They looked really under control. Now here's the break for Shalhevet. Oh my Lord, what a Euro step. Number 14, Jeremy Ashagayan, whining and dining in the lane.
Yes, Sassoon slipped on one end, hit the deck hard. Ashagayan the other way, a real nice Euro step to his left hand. Finishes, giving Shalhevet a 14-point lead here.
Really nifty footwork by Ashagayan doing the Euro step, a move that has become popular in the NBA, and as it has become popular on the higher levels of basketball, so it has trickled down here to the high school level. You see that a lot more than you used to, Rami.
That's right. It wasn't around back when you were in high school, was it?
No, it was not. Would have changed my career, that's no doubt. So
I doubt that.
So Shalhevet with a 14-point lead, their biggest of the day, with just over 5 minutes to go. Rami, it's not looking good here for the YULA Panthers.
No, YULA, after a tough overtime loss to Shalhevet in the regular season, was looking to ride a little bit of that momentum into the Sarachek tournament here. They have not been able to do it so far today. Shalhevet has had their number.
Yeah, certainly foul trouble has been a factor for YULA, but it also, as you see now, has become a foul factor for Shalhevet. The big difference that I'm seeing around me so far is the rebounding. I mean, Shalhevet has been pounding the glass, specifically on the offensive end. That has been an enormous difference so far today.
Yeah, Avi Schechter on the YULA sideline there, telling us Coach Hammy pleading with his guys to get up, press, set hard traps, force the ball to a side, trap, press. They need to cause turnovers, speed up this game a little bit.
And a nice finish there by Albert Fallis. Cuts the lead to 12.
YULA setting up their 2-2-1 press here.
And John tells us that Shalhevet is looking to run the clock and find good looks at the basket, specifically wide open layups. So they're not looking to take tough shots, and they're not looking to take shots from the outside.
Shalhevet so composed, beating that 2-2-1 press, moving the ball nicely, making it look easy.
8 seconds left on the shot clock. Dower from the free throw line. Can't get it to fall. Rebound to Sassoon.
Yeah, Dower trying to follow his older brother Jacob Dower's footsteps. He was known for that deadly high post jump shot.
YULA nearly lost the ball there. Now out to Fallis. Fallis forcing the issue and gets called for a travel.
A good-looking move there by Fallis to the hoop. Ref didn't think so, calls too many steps.
You see a lot of isolation calls for Albert Fallis as part of this YULA offense. In general, he's been able to get to the basket, but got called for the travel there. Now Muller easily breaking down the pressure. A three-pointer from the corner is no good for Ashagayan. YULA ball.
Ashagayan with a good look there from the corner, just couldn't get it to go.
Pomerantz thought about the three. Gives it up to Sassoon. Sassoon trying to find his way past Benny Zaghi. Good defense there by the Firehawks. Tough shot. Spinning in the lane for Sassoon, no good.
Yeah, YULA a little bit frustrated, not moving the ball well, a lot of one-on-one, playing right into Shalhevet's good help defense.
Number 12, Noah Hyman in the game for the YULA Panthers, sporting the light blue kippa.
YULA extending this 3-2, trying to trap a little bit, speed Shalhevet up. Shalhevet seems unfazed.
Shalhevet taking their time, working the ball around the perimeter. Muller to Ashagayan. Ashagayan back to Muller. Muller forcing a shot and gets fouled by the YULA Panthers.
Not a good foul there by YULA. Played excellent defense, ran the shot clock down, had Muller trapped in the corner, just bailed him out by hitting him on the elbow on the three-point jumper. That'll be 3 from the line now for Zach Muller.
And that is the 5th foul on number 44, Noah Meisels.
The YULA faithful seem a little bit deflated here. The clock winding down. Shabbos is coming. It's not looking good for these Panthers heading into the weekend.
47-34, 13-point lead for Shalhevet. Shalhevet coming into the tournament, high expectations. As you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Brownie, they've been to 3 out of the last 5 Sarachek finals. They're only 1-2, so they're looking to even the score this year. Get to 500 in Sarachek championships in recent history, but they got to get through YULA Panthers in order to make it into the semifinal round on Sunday.
Yeah, YULA in a little bit of uncharted waters here, traditionally seen as favorites to win, if not win, perform in the Sarachek tournament. They lead Sarachek tournament history with 8 championships, but it's been a few down years for the YULA Panthers.
And we're hearing some angst from the crowd, a little bit of ill will towards the referees. But aside from that, some very positive energy here as we get further, deeper into the day on Fabulous Friday of the Red Sarachek tournament. 14-point lead for the Shalhevet Firehawks with just over 3 minutes left in this quarter-final action. My name is Adir Pinchot alongside my brother, Rami Pinchot, guiding you through this game. Rami, going forward now, the game's not over yet, obviously, but what have you liked from Shalhevet today? What have you seen in their first game of this Red Sarachek tournament, and what do you think is essential for them to take with them if they advance to the next round?
Yeah, Shalhevet, they do not have that go-to guy, it doesn't seem, like they've had in past years. Of course, legendary Simcha Halpert, now a YU Mac. Eitan Halpert last year, Sarachek MVP. They don't really have that caliber of player on their team, but it's the same thing for these Firehawks. So well coached, so composed. Every guy is confident. They're under control. They know what they're doing. As we said earlier, their coach has a play for everything. And they just suffocate you on defense, take it slow, and execute their offense.
Yeah, they are cool, calm, and collected. And they have baffled the YULA Panthers. They have beautiful, beautiful pass there from Daniel Totayev. Left-handed baseball pass to his teammate underneath the basket.
Yeah, really nice vision there from Totayev. The lefty scoop pass to his man right next to the basket for an easy layup.
Yeah, plenty of talent on this YULA squad, just have not gotten it together here today against the Firehawks. Tough defense from Albert Fallis. Ball kicked out to Dower.
YULA now in a tough trapping man-to-man. They need to create some turnovers if they want to win this game.
Muller with a fadeaway from the corner, no good, but the Shalhevet Firehawks come away with the offensive rebound. And now a timeout is called by Coach Ryan Coleman.
And once again, it's been hurting them all game. It continues to hurt them. YULA just cannot take care of the defensive glass. Shalhevet all over the boards, bringing down yet another offensive rebound there, leading to a timeout. They have a fresh shot clock, just over 2 minutes left, and a comfortable 13-point lead.
And our sideline reporter, Avi Schechter, telling us that the message for YULA coach Eli Hami to his team is to press, to trap, and you never know what could happen.
That's right. YULA seemingly might need a bit of a miracle here. Again, down 13, 2:18 to go. Their fans are still here. They have not left yet, hoping for some sort of bounce to go their way. Give them some life here late in the fourth quarter.
Shalhevet ball, and Rami, you saw the offensive rebound just there by Shalhevet. That has been the story of today's game. Shalhevet have been dominating on the glass and been very poised and efficient, both offensively and especially on the defensive end.
That's right. It hasn't been a dominating performance here from Shalhevet, but just playing excellent defense, pounding the offensive boards, executing on offense. It's been a slow strangle here of the YULA Panthers.
And John Greenberg on the Shalhevet sideline tells us Shalhevet spent their timeout drawing up a press break, hoping to get an easy layup. They didn't get the easy layup, but they did get the press break. Benny Zaghi with the ball.
Shalhevet again going to set up their offense, run some clock here. They are in absolutely no hurry.
Zaghi with it again in the corner. See some good movement here. Clearly Coach Coleman having his team in a motion offense here to chew up some clock. Dower with a tough shot, gets it to go. Jacob Dower falling to his left from the left elbow.
A nice shot there from Jacob Dower. As you said, falling to his left, fading away a little bit, but got it to go, extending the lead now to 15 points.
And Dower comes up with a steal. Shalhevet with their biggest lead of the game, 15-point deficit for the YULA Panthers with 1.5 minutes left.
And that looks like it's going to be it as Coach Hammy emptying the bench. YULA is not fouling.
And now they have fouled. Coach Hammy instructing his players to foul.
So I guess YULA will foul here for the next little bit. Try to extend this game a little bit. Maybe hit a couple threes. Get a couple missed free throws by the Firehawks. Possibly make this a game in the last 1 minute, 17 seconds.
Yeah, Coach Hammy looking to get everyone in off the bench. Isaacs is in. Haddad is in. And number 32, Joseph Dahan, has entered the game.
And Shalhevet emptying their bench as well. Some fresh faces here for the Firehawks. It will be Reamer from the line, shooting 2.
And now a substitution for Shalhevet. Coming into the game, number 25, Avi Weinreb.
Zev Reamer now with the second shot from the foul line.
And I would like to thank everyone who's worked on this game. Yisrael Majewski, Jack Gantrow, Yoshua Zerman, Avi Schechter, John Greenbaum, Alex Salutsky, everyone who's contributed to this broadcast and made it what it is. 1 minute left now. Shalhevet on top of YULA, 52-36. Timeout called now by Coach Ryan Coleman, trying to get some more substitutions in. Into the game now comes number 32, Eitan Kent, as well as number 34, Ilan Boskila.
Yeah, just a substitution timeout there by Coach Coleman. Doesn't want to huddle up, but wants to get all his players a chance to play in this one.
And Shalhevet taking their time winding down the clock.
It's been an amazing quarterfinal Friday here at the Max Stern Athletic Center. Last game we saw Valley Torah defeat RASG. We've seen good action here between Shalhevet and YULA, two teams from the West Coast. A really exciting day here at Yeshiva University.
And the foul is called on the three-pointer. The foul goes against Boskila, and number 32, Joseph Dahan, will shoot three.
And 2, and 3rd, and 20. 1, 2, 20.
Another free throw on the way now for the YULA Panthers. That is good. 17 seconds left. Shalhevet can just hold the ball. A little pressure from YULA.
I'm a little bit surprised YULA didn't go to a little bit more of a full court pressure defense earlier when they still had a chance in this one. But the clock will wind out, and the Shalhevet Firehawks will take this game.
55-38, the number one seed, Shalhevet Firehawks, shows up and shows what they're made of, taking down the YULA Panthers. We're going to send you to commercial and be back with our post-game show.
My name's Jasmine Naeem. I'm a mathematics major and a biology minor, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm studying math, and right now I'm considering becoming an actuary, but with the math field, more of the learning is really just pushing yourself and using the skills that you learn to tackle any subject, no matter what it is. This past summer, I participated in a research program in Israel called the Bar Ilan Summer Research Program. It's coordinated through YU, and I spent my summer doing computational biology research. After my year in Israel, I was choosing between a few different universities, and I knew that I wanted to be surrounded by a community and by peers that would inspire and motivate me outside of the classroom as well as inside the classroom. So I chose Stern, and I'm really happy with that decision.
Hi, I'm Arya Rubin. I'm from Chicago, and I'm majoring in finance. Over the past 2 years, I've had the opportunity to play on the men's NCAA volleyball team. This has given me the opportunity to pursue my love of sports without having to sacrifice my other passions and values. There's something special about not only representing YU, but also representing the entire Jewish community every time we take the court. Being on the volleyball team has allowed me to excel both in leadership and teamwork, which are both skills I hope to incorporate as I enter into the business world. Also, Mom and Dad, if you're watching, it'd be nice if you came to one of my games.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. A big victory for the number one seed, Shalhevet Firehawks, playing their first game after a bye, came away with a big victory, double-digit victory over the YULA Panthers. Zach, I saw you play last year. You had a big Friday, actually, last year in the tournament. I remember that. Struggled a little bit in the last two games. What was your mindset coming to the tournament this year?
I mean, we just focus on our defense, and it's not really on the offensive end. If we play good defense, it'll correlate. And I don't really need to score every game because I have good teammates that can do it for me.
So have a little bit of a slow start there offensively. What got you going there in the second half? You guys were able to build a bigger lead.
My teammates just picked me up. Got great teammates, and that's defense turns into offense, so yeah.
And finally, Asher Dower, a nice game. What do you guys need to do going forward in this tournament to be successful?
I think the most important thing that we need to do is stick to Coach Coleman's offense. You know, we're really a defensive-minded team. We held them to, what was the final score? No, all right.
You won by a few points.
We won. All right. We held them to, I think, below 40. Our mindset usually when we come out is defense, and we got to stick to that if we want to be successful in this tournament.
And you saw it here today, suffocating defense from the number 1 seed Shalhevet Firehawks. Congratulations, guys. Rest up on Shabbos. We'll see you on Sunday. Good luck the rest of the tournament. From all of us here at Max Live, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with more game action after a few messages.
Shout out to Benny Zoggy for his great defense.
I'm Sarah Torgerman, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. The reason why I decided to come to Yeshiva University is because I wanted to continue my Jewish studies. I'm studying business intelligence and marketing analytics. Within that field, I see the opportunity to master data analytics, which I feel that's so relevant in today's marketplace. In the past year, I've held 2 internships, one